Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I'm your host, Andrew, and as you can see by the clip at the start of the video, we are doing yet another fancy gun spinning trick. And this one is more difficult than meets the eye, not because the gun is going airborne. No, that is because you have to do some very unorthodox movements with your arm to get it to flip back up into a firing position. But if you are interested in that, I will give you a further analysis as we move forward. So if you follow me along, I will show you how to do the gun spin. The first thing we do with every fancy gun spinning trick is we place our gun in a half cock and open the loading gate to ensure that our firearm is unloaded, which mine is. We don't do these with loaded firearms. We practice safe habits here on St. Andrew TV. So as you saw from the start of the video, we are doing something that looks a little bit more demanding. And I would say, yes, trust and inclination. Remember this guy? I have filmed 2 gun spins today, but you won't see it for another couple weeks. And this is a little easier. The next one, not so much. Yeah, that guy. That was his idea. So the first part is pretty simple, is all you do, and everybody I'm sure can do this part. It's the next part that might be a little bit more challenging. The first part being that you throw the gun up in the air and grab the gun on the barrel. Well, close to the barrel. That's the easiest part. Just throw it up, grab it. Simple as that. The next part, on the other hand, not so much, because now you're going to bring the gun around and flip it back up into a firing position. Easier said than done. But I got you. No problem. But let's see if we can combine those 2 motions and make it one fluent gun spin. Going to slow it down the best of my abilities. The gun is going airborne and I can't control gravity, contrary to prior belief and what rumors are spreading like wildfire on the internet. No, I can't control it. So let's do it slow and see if we can get a routine one, but not super quick. Something like that. It wasn't pretty. I was trying to be very deliberate so you could see all the motions. We'll speed it up here in a second, but just so it's, more understandable at least what the goal is for this gun spin. I would say the toughest part about all this is finding a grip that's going to work with you coming back over the top here, or I guess up through the bottom, to get it to rotate up and make sure it rotates, pretty well. So it doesn't like go all whopper jawed and you're out here dropping the revolver and everything. I should put together a montage of me dropping the revolver. I'm sure people would love that, or freak out, because that's a lot of money hitting the ground. Let's see if we can speed this up and get a really fluent one. I'm simply the greatest to ever do it. I actually saw Joey Dillon perform, and I'm nowhere near that talent level. But anyway, let's move to the side now. So the same thing applies, we're just at a different angle. You know the drill. It's the same song and dance about every 2 or 3 weeks. Have the gun out in front of you, toss it up, get a good handle, and bring it up. That's as slow as I can probably go. Let's see if we can speed it up and make it look effortless. How about that? That is about it for this video. However, I do have a little surprise for everybody. I do not have a name for this gun spin. So I'm going to leave it up to the community to name it. It means you've done so much for me before, and you continue to support me through all this, all the gun spins, all the different kinds of video, cooking, shooting, whatever it may be, there's constant support. So this one was a creation that came up my own brain, and I thought it would only be fair to give back. Name it. Just type it down in the comments and I will look through them. If there's a comment that is receiving tons and tons of likes, then that will be the new title of this gun spin. So take this gun spin as the gun spin of the people. The people have spoken. This is now the new name of this gun spin. I'm not going to take credit. A gun spin for the people. And on top of that, once we get a concrete, solidified name, I will go back into my little editing program and change the title on YouTube so everybody knows what the new name is. So if you see it, but they don't know about St. Andrew TV or the great community that it is harbored, then they will use a title that the community of this channel came up with. And I think that, on top of everything, would be the most fascinating part, that we could spread it like wildfire, unlike those goddamn gravity rumors. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and leave me the title of what this should be called down in the comment section. I do read all of my comments. I also have a Patreon that is linked down in the description field below, or it should be appearing at the bottom of your screen here. I do not take ads nor sponsorships on these channels, even though they come through my email once, twice, 3 times a month, asking me to take money in exchange for my soul. The only influence on this channel will remain my brain and the brains of the community members. I will not take ads nor sponsorships, so it remains community funded. So if you would like to continue to support the channel, please feel free to go over to the Patreon and leave a donation. However, do not feel any obligation to do so. If your means do not allow it, do not do it. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you like Wild West content, maybe you just wanted to learn a new gun spin, or maybe progressively you've noticed a small transition from video to video, noticing that we're moving into a different era of St. Andrew TV. Guess there's only one way to find out. So think about hitting that subscribe button, because you're a daisy if you do.